I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm a 44-year-old dad of two that works 55 to 60 hours a week. A 30-minute workout with kettlebells 3 days a week is what I need to stay in shape and strong. This comment on one of my recent videos, where I was responding to a YouTuber dissing kettlebells, sums up this video you're about to watch. And even if you don't have kids, you don't work 55 or 60 plus hours per week, there's one little piece of reality you can't miss. After 40, our bodies are changing. It's less about the number and more about the fact that half of your life is over. Now, this isn't a bad thing at all. Wisdom, after all, comes from living this life long enough to finally understand it at least a little bit. So here's what I found after running my own business and being a coach for close to a decade. If you're over 40 and you're fed up with belly fat, back pain, and low energy, there is a cure. It comes in different shapes and forms that allow you to reach the highest potential of the main four qualities of physical performance: strength, muscle, cardio, and mobility. What I and millions of over 40s are looking for, though, is not to maximize the extremes. It is to build longevity and well-roundedness. In short, GPP, General Physical Preparedness, with a tool that can get it done in the least amount of time possible. Because let's face it, even if you love working out, you'll know that your life's responsibilities play a tug of war with your time. That means you're looking for the most bang for your buck. And all things being equal, I think the kettlebell has earned its keep. Hence, I and many others have dubbed it the king of GPP. Grüezi miteinander, Gregory von Lebe hier. If you want to learn more about kettlebells, I want you to download my free ebook. It's called The Kettlebell Code in the first link in the description. It's the second edition. After 13,000 downloads, I've revised it. You're going to love it. Many social media influencers are hell-bent on getting strong and big. But strength and muscle are only two qualities of human performance. Let's revisit the four qualities that I've mentioned in the beginning. If we cover strength and muscle only, we lack two critical metrics of human movement. And they're all part of the cocktail of longevity after 40. Ignoring your cardio means you're leaving your most important muscle to its own devices, potentially worsening its performance in the process. Sidestepping your mobility means you'll probably look like Dr. Sidestepping your mobility means you'll probably become stiff and tense, which can really mess up your quality of life as you're getting older. So how do you go about them if your only obsession is to get jacked and huge? Well, one way is to do more cardio and spice up your weekly workout routine with a yoga session. This means you'll need access to a variety of tools. Weights in forms of machines, barbells and dumbbells, a cycling bike or a pair of running shoes, as well as access to a local yoga teacher. If that is your cup of tea, that's fine. All movement, if it serves a purpose and gets you closer to your goal in a reasonable time frame, is valid. But you and I both had the experience. I'm sure of this. We love to stick with the weights and we hate doing cardio. So what if I told you that there's a tide that can lift all boats of these four main qualities, enhancing your longevity and GPP? Because as we've already established, the number one reason why you want to engage into resistance training is to enhance, prolong, and fortify your longevity. That tool exists in the form of a kettlebell. Now, my name is not Pavel. I'm not gonna run a marketing gig claiming that I've trained special forces who took out Bin Laden. And the reason they were able to get him is because they were doing 10 sets of 5 goblet squats. My name is Gregory, and I work with over 40s, 50s, and 60s day in and day out. Sometimes completely sedentary and deconditioned, but with a huge desire to change. Now, the kettlebell is not the best tool for everything. The barbell remains the most conducive means to maximize strength. Machines are perfectly suited to elevate the prime stimulus for muscle growth, which is time under tension. And locomotion, like running or cycling, are the prime stimulus to maximize your endurance. So what the kettlebell does is it touches all these spaces of physical qualities at once, not maximizing them, but granting enough of a stimulus for decent development. No gym required. But you can still put them to use in a specialized way. Strict pressing double 48s for reps will grant you godlike strength. Snatching for 10 to 30 minutes unbroken grants you crazy endurance. Clean, squat, jerk, or windmilling it will massively improve and boost your power, mobility, and joint health. Following progressive overload strategies like bodybuilders do will give you an athletic and muscular look. So it's a weight after all. And if you tweak it accordingly, you can grant individual and powerful outcomes. But the key I want you to understand is that every time you pick up the kettlebell and follow a logical training sequence you've built the required skills for, you'll tap into a massive reserve of GPP at the same time. The strength endurance gains are also off the hook, which means the kettlebell has a similar effect on your body like rowing. You overcome resistance and you get endurance gains at the same time. So here are 5 exercises that can elevate your GPP like crazy and in no time. Exercise number 1 is the single hand deadlift. A powerful exercise for your hips, unlocking a freedom of movement you haven't experienced in years. The hips are a crucial element of your body that you need to unlock and train if you sit a lot. Exercise number 2 is the rack squat. A powerful variation of a squat that of course trains your legs, but also trains anti-rotation, racks the kettlebell closer to your body, keeping you upright, training your back musculature, and at the end of the day, being a powerful full body movement in and all by itself. Exercise number 3, the single hand swing. Nothing beats the ballistics of the kettlebell, and the swing is a powerful conditioning exercise and the entry level to one of the best exercises that you can do, which is exercise number 4, the snatch. The snatch is the king of the kettlebell, which means this exercise trains every single muscle fiber in your body and grants you an insane level of conditioning at the same time. And with exercise number 5, the clean and press, we have a powerhouse for power, muscle, strength, conditioning, and one of the best exercises that combines almost all forms of human movement in one movement. Grab a 12 kg as a man or an 8 kg as a woman, get 1 square meter of space, and you're good to go. And by the way, working out outdoors, you're getting another major bonus to relieve stress. You're spending time outside, you're getting vitamin D, you can get into a unique headspace only the outdoors can grant you. And let's not forget the dynamic duo that bodyweight and kettlebells are when properly used in harmony. Burpee, swing, press, bodyweight squat, that's a match made in heaven and the world is yours. And by the way, if you're looking for the best kettlebell ever, the Ferrari of kettlebell, so to speak, I highly recommend the Pro Kettlebell. With the code Lebe at checkout, you can get 10% off your first purchase. Plus, we're also working on a EU distribution, Switzerland distribution, as well as the UK. You can sign up for the waiting list to get notified once we open up shop. Link is in the description. Here's the next thing that you have to do. Clean and press that like and subscribe button. Share with a friend who's into kettlebells. And if you made it this far, download my free ebook in the first link in the description. It's called the Kettlebell Code, the 2nd edition after 13,000 downloads. I've revised it and you are going to love it. If you're looking for an entry level to understand what kettlebells are all about, this ebook is perfect for you. And the best thing about it, it's 100% free.